Let's go.
Family-friendly cinema doesn't always have to be annoying to watch. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best live-action movies to watch as a family.
How about it? Who's a duck?
For this list, we're looking at those live-action films that were intended for families to watch as a group.
It's cold out?
Yes, it is. It's a bit nipply out. I mean nippy out. What did I say, nipple?
Crafting the perfect family film often means balancing what kids expect with enough winks to the adult sensibilities and interests to keep parents involved.
Get a grip on yourself. It's all a dream. It's just a very intense dream.
These films don't just find the perfect balance, they do a handstand on it.
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
However, we're excluding animated family films as those have their own list, as well as Christmas movies.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
Number 10, The Addams Family.
And I hate.
Expertly cast with Angelica Houston as Morticia and Raul Julia as Gomez. This film is based on the TV series, which was in turn based on a comic.
And then around to 5, 11, 2, 10, 11, eyes, fingers, toes.
The big screen version reintroduces audiences to the delightfully dark and gleefully goth extended family that includes the kids, Wednesday and Pugsley, their grandmother, Grandmama, cousin It, and their butler, Lurch. When Gomez's long-lost brother Fester suddenly returns to the family, they struggle to uncover his true intentions while staving off would-be thieves and con artists.
Now, boys and girls, what do you think that feels like?
Gomez and Morticia's perpetual passion is enough to make the film adult-worthy, but somehow the filmmakers found a way to make that and the macabre family-friendly. Number 9, Annie.
I didn't do nothing any decent person wouldn't have done.
Being taken care of by a billionaire is pretty much the dream of both kids and adults alike, which is probably why this film is so universally relatable.
Mr. Warbucks prefers red-headed children.
10-year-old redhead, huh?
This live-action classic tells the story of a hardscrabble orphan who's used to getting kicks instead of kisses. That is, until she's temporarily adopted by a mega-rich businessman for PR purposes.
What's this?
This is Annie, sir. This is the orphan who will be staying with us for a week.
After a while, the billionaire warms up to the curly-headed kid, and they search for her birth parents before realizing that they're already a family.
I've got an interesting smile too, sir.
It's jam-packed full of catchy songs, cute kids, and excessive spending. It's a rags-to-riches tale that even the adult crowd can get behind.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
Number 8, Uncle Buck.
Who are you?
I'm your Uncle Buck.
Do I have an uncle?
Unfortunately.
This 80s classic continued John Hughes' reign as the preeminent teen movie maker, although this one skewed a bit younger.
Stand me up today, and tomorrow I'll drive you to school in my robe and pajamas and walk you to your first class.
After a couple has to make an emergency trip to visit an ailing family member, they leave their 3 kids in the care of their irresponsible slob of an uncle, Buck.
I have no choice. I don't care what your parents are going to say. I have to take you with me tonight.
Where?
To a racetrack.
Played by John Candy, Uncle Buck may be an unemployed klutz, but he's also fiercely protective of his young nieces and nephew.
You so much as scowl at my niece or any other kid in this school, and I hear about it, and I'm coming looking for you.
The time he spends with his young charges is fraught with complications, including gross teenage boyfriends, laundry, and a rocky relationship.
You ever hear of a tune-up?
You ever hear of a ritual killing?
There's also slapstick for the kids, parenting hell moments that the grown-ups can relate to, and a happy ending that everyone can get on board with. Number 7, Mary Poppins. You wouldn't think that a movie about a magical singing nanny would be something that'd work for the entire family, or at least for adults. but it's completely enjoyable.
For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
When a family puts out an ad for a nanny, they probably weren't expecting their call to be answered by a flying sorceress. Ms. Poppins, played expertly by Julie Andrews, literally descends from the heavens and transforms the lives of not only the children, but the adults in the family as well.
Thing of beauty is a joy forever.
Lively choreography and a wonderful score make this film entirely watchable for adults. And penguins serving tea is something everyone wants to see at all times.
That will be quite enough of that, thank you.
Number 6, The Princess Bride.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Wesley and Buttercup must overcome unspeakable obstacles to be together, including scheming fiancés, kidnapping, and rodents of unusual size.
Wesley, what about the ROUSs?
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
But through it all, they are accompanied by loyal friends who will stop at nothing to thwart the evil Prince Humperdinck and his even eviler plans.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Framed as a story a man is reading to his grandson, this quotable Rob Reiner rom-com / fantasy adventure flick is a madcap journey through a fairy tale-like land, and one whose main theme is love. Romantic love, yes, but also the love between families.
As you wish.
Number 5, Back to the Future.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Who knew that time travel and almost hooking up with your mom could make for good family viewing?
It's gotta be a dream.
This 80s smash hit stars Christopher Lloyd as the maddest movie scientist of the decade, Doc Brown, and Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly, a teenager who accidentally travels back to 1955 during a high-speed chase with Libyan terrorists in a mall parking lot.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything.
In the past, he meets a teenage version of his mother, who's smitten with him in the grossest way possible.
That's Calvin Klein. Oh my God, he's a dream.
To make sure he doesn't jeopardize his own existence, he must see to it that his painfully awkward teenage father makes a love connection with his mom.
Last night, Darth Vader came down from planet Vulcan and told me that if I didn't take Lorraine out, that he'd melt my brain.
It's an exciting, lighthearted movie that is easily a repeat watch for family movie night.
Way down in Louisiana, down in New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens.
Number 4, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm so glad you could come. This is going to be such an exciting day.
At first blush, this family-oriented flick about a boy who wins a trip to a candy factory may seem like it's going to be just a happy, shiny, feel-good movie.
Lights, camera, action!
In reality, it's more like a child-friendly acid trip. Sure, there's a river of chocolate and lickable wallpaper, but there are also children being sucked up tubes, thrown down garbage chutes, and turning into giant blueberries.
Your face is turning blue. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
What are you talking about?
All the while, there are little orange people singing creepy moralistic jingles.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-da-dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
There's a happy ending, of course, as Charlie, the film's protagonist, inherits the business and saves his family from their abject poverty.
And that's why you sent out the golden tickets.
That's right. So the factory's yours, Charlie. You can move in immediately.
But this movie is clearly so much more than children's cinema, it deserves a wider audience.
Invention, my dear friends, is 93% perspiration, 6% electricity, 4% evaporation, and 2% butterscotch ripple.
Number 3, The Wizard of Oz. This movie wasn't just a movie, it was a phenomenon.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Although not instantly popular, since its release, The Wizard of Oz has become one of the most popular films in movie history.
We must be over the rainbow.
The story centers on a young girl named Dorothy, who, along with her dog Toto, finds herself transported to a fantastic world of good and evil witches, flying monkeys, and adorable munchkins.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
She teams up with a lion, a scarecrow, and a tin man as they journey to find a wizard who can help each of them.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
It's a fanciful tale with a lot of whimsy and pretty much no adult content, but plenty of brains, smarts, and heart.
That a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
It allows both parents and children to suspend disbelief and revel in the quirky fun.
We come to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Number 2, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial. There was a time in movie history when Steven Spielberg was hitting the public with back-to-back cinematic masterpieces.
E.T. phone home.
He followed up Raiders of the Lost Ark with this story about a young boy who befriends a sweet-natured alien shipwrecked on Earth.
Elliot. I taught him how to talk now. He can talk now.
The young boy works to find a way to return E.T. to his home while also keeping him hidden from the authorities that are hot on the alien's trail.
Where are we going?
To the forest!
Surprisingly heartwarming, the film is also fairly intense and emotionally draining, but in a cute way. Besides, there aren't many films that secretly make both parents and kids wish for an alien invasion just to make new friends. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
It's lovely bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea.
Finish him!
The only thing we serve is tongue. You boys like tongue?
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool running.
Number 1, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Doubtfire, dear? Mrs. Doubtfire.
In one of his most entertaining performances, Robin Williams plays an out-of-work actor who becomes estranged from his children after he and his wife split. When he loses out in a custody hearing, he decides to don a full body costume and disguise himself as a housekeeper.
Hello!
He's quickly hired by his ex-wife and gets to spend quality time with his children, teaching them life skills as he becomes a better parent himself. While the film features a lot of good-natured fun and some tongue-in-cheek nods to the adults,
Back off, asshole!
it also deals with themes such as divorce and living in two-family households, both of which are themes a lot of modern families can understand.
They mean everything to me, and they need me as much as I need them. So please, don't take my kids away from me.
Do you agree with our list?
Thank you so much for bringing up such a painful subject. While you're at it, why don't you give me a nice paper cut and pour lemon juice on it?
What's your favorite live-action family movie?
Harry Potter receives 150 points for catching the snitch.
Gryffindor wins!
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Take this quarter. Go downtown and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face.